Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're doing episode number 16 of I Build Your Teams. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 17,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, and I would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Yeah. Excited to build y'all's teams the best team possible for my team unlimited and or competitive play, although competitive play isn't really a thing anymore. So basically just trying to help y'all build the best 10-man lineups possible. As we can see, first team today comes in from my boy Ben. He says he has 300k, and yes, he's a JJ fan. All right, if you're a JJ fan, keep him in the lineup, man. He doesn't. The one thing I don't like about JJ is he doesn't defend, but at least you have Drew Holiday and Scotty Barnes, Siakam. I know he's a Raptors fan as well, so Scotty Barnes, Siakam there makes some sense, and we'll definitely leave them there. Dikembe's a beast. Having him evoed is a dub. Nick Claxton's a great backup center. SGA and Jimmy Butler is awesome as well, which really just leaves Carmelo and Kuzma as the two weak spots, in my opinion, on your squad. Now, to upgrade that, I think power forward is pretty simple. There is a easy 10k upgrade, and it's Kenyon Martin. He is so easy. He's also not hard to upgrade. 3 triple threat games will upgrade that Kenyon Martin game. You got to make 23s with him, but he's got a 59 3 ball, so it's really not that hard. And then at small forward, I mean, there are a bunch of budget small forwards you could use if you want to go super cheap. There are a lot of options. Guys like Tari Eason, who is free. The Herb Jones that came out yesterday is 10k or is 4k, I think, and not hard to evo either. Like, there are a bunch of cheap options at the small forward position. If you wanted, you could go with a more expensive option, like OG Anunoby and Andrew Wiggins. You're a Raptors fan, so OG would be interesting, although he just got traded, so I don't know if you want to go with him. There are some options, though, and then there are obviously the more expensive guys as well. Rodman's another great option if you want to evo him. Like, there are a lot of good options. I'd probably go Rodman, honestly, at small forward. I'd go Rodman at small forward and Kenyon Martin at power forward, and that'll finish out your team. Second squad today comes in from Freddie. He's got 130,000 MT. Says he's saving to buy D'Lo and do Dirk into Dikembe's evo. Dirk is auctionable. I kind of think selling Dirk, well, I don't know. AD's better than Dirk. I'll say that. I'd start AD. That I can tell you with confidence. Dirk and Dikembe coming off the bench, though, is kind of a questionable duo. I like Dirk, but I like him more at the 5 than I do at the 4, and you have 2 5s in D-Rob and Dikembe who are both better than him. So to me, it's like, does Dirk play your backup 4, or do you sell him and buy somebody else? Because I think you could sell him and buy Kenyon Martin for 10,000 MT, and they're going to give you the same thing at the power forward position. Basically, obviously, Dirk's a better shooter, Kenyon's a better slasher, but Kenyon gives you way more ball handling ability, more versatile defense, way more speed. Like, I just think, to me, that makes more sense. I think buying D'Lo makes sense. That does make a lot of sense. Point guard position, he's 150k. That's what I do. I sell Dirk, buy Kenyon Martin, buy D'Lo, evo him up. Then your squad's looking good. You'll still have like 100,000 MT left to work with. CM Punk fan has 200k MT. He says he's going for KG. He's got a bunch of stuff to go still. That's going to be a challenge, but you got 2 weeks to do it. I think you can do it. Lock in and you'll get yourself KG. With that being said, what can we do with the 200k on your squad right now? You got your 2 centers, D-Rob and Dikembe. So Jared Allen can come out of the squad. RJ Barrett, if you have him, maybe you play RJ and Ewing together and you sell Dikembe or something. That is an option. You could get RJ Barrett for free. Otherwise, though, with the team you have right now, I think you need another power forward. Jared Allen apparently can play power forward. I didn't even realize that, but I don't think he's that great at the position. I think Kenyon Martin is one, obviously, of your power forwards. Jared Allen, I guess, could be the backup, or Julius Randle. I don't hate that Julius Randle, actually. So Kenyon Martin, and then whoever you prefer as your backup power forwards. Paul George is great at small forward, but you need another small forward, and I would go instead of Carmelo. Like, Carmelo's just not a very good card. I guess your logo is literally Carmelo, though. I guess you're a Carmelo fan, because your logo is literally a picture of the card. He's your starting small forward. So I guess we'll leave Carmelo in there as well. So Kenyon Martin at power forward, and then you need a point guard, and probably a defensive point guard. Looking at this lineup, you'd like some defense on this lineup. Again, honestly, a guy like I would say probably D'Angelo Russell is probably your best option, or Drew Holiday, one of the two. And then once you get KG, you could move Kenyon Martin to the bench. That's probably what I'd recommend. I'd get Rodman over Carmelo too, but it looks like he's one of your favorites, so we leave him there. That makes sense. Don says he's going to make some more MT to replace Amethysts. His team is like meh. I mean, it's got some pieces on it for sure. You have another week to work on the New Year's event and get Patrick Ewing and have the Ewing-Barrett duo, and Ewing would also be your best center. So I'm going to say, let's just rebuild this team. Let's real quickly just rebuild this team because your team isn't awful, but it could definitely use a lot of work, and I think it's a pretty easy team to upgrade as well. So starting point guard, we can go with D'Angelo Russell, who you already have. have. He's a beast. Once he's evoed, we cool with that. Clay is your starting shooting guard. Make sure he's evoed as well. I didn't even look to see if he was or not. You have Rob at the 4, but we slide him over to 3. And then RJ Barrett, who you had at your 3, you slide to the bench. And I didn't do that right, so I'm just going to type Barrett. RJ Barrett got traded today, too. That's multiple guys who got traded. And then he's got Anthony Davis as well. AD could play the 4. You get Mutombo for your 5, and you do his Evo. And then backup 5 can be Ewing, so then you have the Ewing and Barrett duo coming off the bench. Your bench guards could be, well, you could go Jalen. He's not good enough defensively. You don't have the MT for the expensive backup point guard, though. So I think Jalen Suggs is probably your best bet right now for the backup point guard, which means for the time being, I would also take advantage of the Franz Wagner duo as well. And then you need some defense at power forward, but there's not really a great option right now. You're just not going to have the strongest defensive bench, I think, but I think this is the best way to build out this team. Something like this. I actually think you can build this team today. With the amount of MT that you have right now, sell the stuff in your collection that you can. I think you can build pretty close to this team very, very soon, if not this exact team today. I think you literally could probably get this done right now. With the amount of MT and the amount of stuff you have on your collection, this team is way, way better than this squad. Not even close. So hopefully that could be a huge transformation for you. 2 more teams today. Cohen comes in from Invincible Splash Daddy. He's got 200 KMT. Says Dirk is unsellable. So is Dikembe and Kenyon. Should he get D'Lo to replace Westbrook? I like the Suggs and Wagner duo. I don't like Brandon Miller and Rui Hachimura as your 3s. Austin Reeves as your 2 with Rui as your 3 means you need a defensive point guard off the bench, though. If you're going to run that as your 2 and your 3, it just takes away a lot of defense from your wings, so you have to have a defensive point guard. So D'Lo is probably the guy to go with, or Drew Holiday, one of the 2, but I would decide between one of those 2 guys, probably D'Lo, and pick them up to be your point guard there. Suggs and Wagner's a good duo, but you need a 3. The 3 that you need, honestly, is probably a more defensive 3 as well, because Dirk isn't that strong of a defender. It's probably going to be Dennis Rodman, would be my recommendation. So if you could get Rodman and D'Lo, which you probably have about the amount of MT to get that, that's your best bet. I don't love Dirk at power forward again, but I'd probably have D-Rob guard your power forwards and Dirk guard your centers in a lot of situations. Honestly, is probably what I'd do to try to negate his lack of speed in a lot of matchups. And then final team today comes in from HTX Dylan, sorry. And he has 182,000 MT, no money spent. He says he's grinding for Jimmy Buckets. He's got a good squad, no money spent too. I mean, Cade, Kawhi, Suggs and Wagner, and then Braun and OG. His 1 through 3s are awesome. Siakam, Kareem, Claxton, and Wilt as well is really solid. Wilt just needs to be replaced with Dikembe Mutombo. Before anything else, you got to get that replacement in there. For 42,000 MT, it's really not a particularly hard Evo once you know what you're doing. It'll take some time, but you get that Evo done in around an hour, and then you will have an incredible backup center. Outside of that, you could save your MT. You can grind for Jimmy, and once you get Jimmy, he can come in and replace Kawhi, and then Kawhi can replace OG, and you could sell OG. Or you could sell Kawhi, or whoever you want to sell. But Jimmy can come in and replace Kawhi at that starting 2, and then you can decide what to do. Make some more MT off of that. But I really think Dikembe is the only necessary upgrade right now. I mean, I think Kenyon Martin at the 4 is probably better than Claxton, so that's a swap you could make. But if you like Claxton, I don't have a problem with that. I think Kenyon Martin's probably better than Siakam too because of his playmaking, to be honest. But that's just my opinion. So Siakam is super usable at the 4 as well. Overall, really good team. Just get Dikembe and then keep working towards KG. So that is gonna do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.